this is not an either-or game. I mean, this is about understanding the different problems one is trying to solve and fit-for-purpose solutions to trying to solve those problems. So if you're trying to work in a particular school or in a set of schools, 50 schools, okay, then there is no doubt that there is huge power in the energy, the passion, and the focus that small, dedicated teams of people and relationships that can get built at that kind of level can, the fantastic impact that one can have. Okay. And I think that South Africa is full, and this room, I'm sure, is rich with fantastic examples of NGOs that are doing exactly such work and making a fantastic contribution. That, however, so, you know, we need to understand that a lot of that is happening in the context of a 30,000 school environment where a vast number of the teachers cannot pass the tests that their students are learning, where the basic institutional functionality is not there. So the absorptive capacity of that institution to take this innovation or learn from learnings or whatever it is very, very hindered. It's very disenabled, right? So dealing with those kinds of systemic challenges does require different kinds of partnerships and collaboration. Now, the National Schools Partnership, which we've been working on with, I think, 30 different organizations over the last 6 months and is being worked on at the moment, is an idea of taking some of the best learning and tools, but saying, can we systematically replicate this? Because the idea that it's going to magically be replicated, where you don't have institutional capacity in the system, has not proven to be the case. Replication doesn't just happen on its own. So pilots, I think, I like small, where small has its own objectives. I'm a bit more skeptical of this pilot idea, because the idea that a pilot is going to magically become systemic, in my view, is where I think we fall down. So that's just a point I wanted to make. In terms of an example, I've talked about the National Schools Partnership, and I think it's nascent, but I really do encourage, I know the NBI is here, and through the NBI, business will be engaged through many forums that Mary Metcalf and Ketso Gordon and others have been convening. There's been a lot of NGO participation, and hopefully that project will manifest the kind of what happens when you do a systemic intervention, but bringing in the best we have. And trying to leverage the best we have, like people in this room.
Okay.
But I just want to use another example, because that's an education thing where it's a public sector initiative. To your point, though, I think there are many areas of our society where we don't need, where government's only role may be as a subsidizer or a financer or a partner of permission, but where in fact the work can get done. So Harambee, which is our Youth Employment Accelerator initiative, is an example where business on its own cannot solve the problems of absorbing young people into the workforce, first-time employees. They need too much training, too much work readiness, too much sourcing and assessment for any one business to really do that on a scale effectively. If you can bring businesses together and leverage those processes, you can do that. And Harambee is an example where we've already got 9 corporates involved. We've got a target of 10,000 young people over 2 years being absorbed into their first job, and full-time permanent, not learnerships, full-time permanent employment. So there's an example where if you can make that collaboration work, you can get a real substantive result.